So today I want to show you how to use negative space to help you to draw the figure. And the best way to do that is to point it out to you in a way that you're going to remember, I hope, through my program here. So I'm in Procreate here and I am picking up a pink pencil and I'm going to show you the negative space. The negative space is the space around the figure. So here is the space between this figure's legs. Today we're using a lovely image by an artist I love called Elmer Bischoff, and we're going to be painting it afterwards, and I think this is really going to help you to paint it well. So I'm filling it in with the colour here, the negative space, as you can see, because it's a shape. It forms a shape, and your job as an artist is to be able to dance between the positive object and the space that's around it. And here is the space, the shape of the space that's between the model's legs. Now I'm going to, in a second, go down to a smaller little pencil to be able to refine that shape for you. But as you can see, this method is really going to help you to pick out the large shapes around the body. And that's going to really help you to draw it. So picking up a little pencil, you can see that happening on the side there in the toolbox. And now you can see that I'm drawing the pink shape in right up to the edges everywhere using a smaller pencil. If I was using the smaller pencil to colour in the whole thing for you, we'd be here all day. But I just want to give you the exact shape, as we're looking at it here, of that negative space. So the important thing to remember is that negative space is not empty. It's a shape. So there you can see it's a very definite shape. Now I'm picking the large shapes around the figure. And I'm going to pick the big shape now that's to the side of the figure and start to colour that in. And I'll zoom out again and you're going to see it in its totality. But let's get it coloured in first. So we're basically cutting out the whole figure here through a series of shapes. And I think it's about 6 shapes we're going to end up with. I have had so many students who've said to me when I've met them offline, you know, that negative space that you did with us in a course has really changed how I actually can manage to capture the figure. It's absolutely critical. The two things for me that really helped me to learn how to draw the figure was contour drawing, which is learning how to look at the outlines of the shape, and the negative space. And I dance between the two of those all of the time when I'm drawing and painting the figure. So this is the large shape to the left of the model. And again, you can see how it becomes more intricate around the model's foot. It's a very definite shape. Once you start to see this shape, great things is going to happen in your figure drawing and painting. I guarantee you that. It's just a way, you're just doing a mental shift. So zooming out there for you to see that shape. So when you approach, you know, painting and drawing the figure with an awareness of that shape, as well as the positive shapes of the model's body, you're home and dry. So now I'm looking for the other big shape to the right here now. Now look, I'm zooming in there because when I was doing this, I thought the top of the elbow was that white, you know, lighter colour. It's not. He's corrected himself. He's drawn in again above that. So I'm just going to correct myself now here and redraw where that shape is going to end, the mustard coloured shape here. I'm using different colours and colour coding this to help you to see it. And if you have a program like Procreate, if you do have an iPad, do this. Bring this image in. I've given the image to you. Bring this image in onto your iPad and do this exercise yourself. It really is helpful. You can also colour in with crayons on a sheet, you know, a photocopied image, and dissect the figure that way. Now I'm going around the shape of the face here. Do you see the way that the head was looking up into the air? I've just ignored the hair because that's, you know, going to make the shape too fussy. I'm getting the basic shapes here of the negative space, and as you'll see later on when we're doing the actual almost painting of this because we're going to be using ink, which is a hybrid between drawing and painting. I love to use wet media when I'm working. I use a wet media most of the time because it's a hybrid between, when I'm drawing, I mean, it's a hybrid between drawing and painting. You don't see a pencil very often in my hand. I like the Stabilo All because it's water soluble. I very rarely use an ordinary pencil. So I'm pulling out the big negative shape to the right of our body now. And you see we're cutting her out, we're cutting her out from the page this way. So I'm just zooming out, let you see, and also to be able to do this, when you're on the iPad, you use your two fingers. You can screen record here, but you can't see my hand. So it's kind of magical looking. Fun. It's great actually to be able to record this. So now that's the big shape to the right of her. And here's the shapes we're going to do next that when you're new to drawing, and these are the ones you're going to miss. The small little empty spaces, little negative spaces between the arms, between the, when the arm is raised in this kind of position, between where the arm and the head is. Now his ink has gone over part of this. He has... he's drawn this. I'm sorry, I'm focused here. I'm just looking at this as it's happening. What I meant to say there was, this was probably with a life drawing model. He's just working away, looking at the figure, and he knows exactly how to get the figure down on paper. But those negative spaces are really, really important. When you're looking at the photographs, in the course, really, really important to analyse where are the negative spaces in this photograph. And they don't have to be enclosed, as you can see. The spaces on the outside of our body, they're not enclosed spaces, but there are often enclosed spaces within the figure when you're looking at it, or anything that you're drawing and painting. And awareness of those really helps you to see what you're doing and to understand what you're doing. So how many shapes are there? We're looking at 3 within her and then 3 outside her. So there's 6 shapes, and I'm numbering them here for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember this when we go to draw this figure. This is learning from Master Elmer Bishop, great painter, great draftsman. I love his work. I love loose painterly lines. And I'm saving it now onto my camera roll because I'm going to crop it and I'm going to put it into the class.